Hi, what's going on? My name is Anand, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to use WhatsApp Webhook inbound workflow. Now, this is something very interesting which allows you to eliminate any third-party software like Zapier or Pabbly when you want to integrate your software with WhatChimp. So any software today supports something called as outgoing webhook, which allows you to send data of any event that has happened in your software to any other software, right? So for example, if you have a CRM, whenever a new contact is created, you can send a message to them, and this is going to happen with the help of outgoing webhook. So the only condition to make it work is that your software, your CRM, or your calendar, or whatever you're using right now needs to support outgoing webhook. If it does that, then this can make your life much more easier. So let me show you, let me give you the fundamental understanding of the concept, how it works, and then I'll show you how it actually works, right? Because for some of you guys, this can be really new. So I'm going to teach you a little bit about what is Webhook, and then once you have understood it, we are going to go ahead and implement that inside the platform. So if we talk about the fundamentals, this is your app. You can see this is your app, right? Now whenever an event happens inside of your app, this is an event. So the event could be anything. It could be, if your app is, let's say, a calendar, then it could be a meeting booked, or if your app is a CRM, it could be a new contact created. So whenever an event happens, a webhook is fired. So this, what you see over here, is a webhook. So this is a webhook which has been fired, and the webhook, once it is fired, it carries the data about the event. So if a new contact is created, it carries the data about event. It carries the data of event. So if the event is a meeting booked, then it's going to carry the data about the event which has been the meeting which has been booked. If it if the event is a new contact created, then it's going to carry the data about the new contact which has been created, like the name, email, phone number, when the contact was created, all that kind of stuff. It's going to carry over here, and this, it is going to pass it to an endpoint. So this, all of that goes to an endpoint. So the endpoint is the one which is going to capture the data, right, and then perform any action on it. So let's say when an event happened on your app, right, it fired a webhook, and the event endpoint captured it, and then it performed the action. Let's say if you're using WhatChimp, it sends a message to the customer, right? It's as simple as that. Now, when you want to capture the webhook, right? Now this is where, when you want to capture the webhook and perform a certain action, this is where most people need a third party software like Zapier or Pabbly, right? So this is where you would need to use something called as Zapier or Pabbly, or there is Make. There are plenty of softwares for this which allows you to connect your software with any other software, right? So if you have a CRM, it allows you to connect with WhatChimp and perform all sort of actions that you want to do without hiring a developer, right? So you capture the endpoint, and then you perform the action. So the action could be send a message, right? It could be anything, right? So over here, the action could be send a message, right? Now it depends, like if you want to send a message, do you want to create a new contact, what do you want to do, right? So you can perform any action that you want to do. Now this is where WhatChimp webhook comes very handy. So if you talk about WhatsApp webhook inbound workflow, this allows you to capture the data. So this part, you don't need a Zapier or a Pabbly to capture the JSON payload, right? You can do it with the help of this platform over here, and then you're able to send a very personalized message to your customer. So let me just give you a real life example of this, right? So let's say you have a calendar booking app. There are lots of apps like Calendly, cal.com. There are lots of app which allows you to give a booking page to your customer so that they can schedule a one-on-one meeting with you. Now, when somebody books a meeting with you, so when a meeting is booked, right, the booking details, you can see the booking details is sent to the API endpoint. But this is where you don't need a Zapier or a Pabbly or any third-party software, because Webhook workflow is going to capture the data for you. The dashboard that I just showed you here, this is going to capture the data for you and then perform the action, which is send a personalized message to your customer. So if the event was meeting booked, this can send a message about your booking confirmation, right? So it can inform your customer that your booking has been confirmed and here are your booking details. So you can send the meeting link or whatever you want to send to your customer. Let me give you one more example. So let's say if you have a CRM and anytime a new contact is created inside of a CRM, you want to send them a message. So what you need to have is your CRM should support an outgoing webhook. And if it does that, you can fire a webhook whenever a contact is created. So whenever a contact is created, you are firing a webhook which contains the contact detail. This is your JSON payload. It contains the contact detail. And again, WhatChimp webhook workflow, which I showed you again over here, WhatChimp webhook workflow is going to capture that information and then perform an action, which is send a personalized message. So since when you were sending this message, it had some contact details like name, emails, and a bunch of other things. So when you're sending this message, you're able to personalize that message as well. So you're not just saying hi and then some random text. You're saying hi Anant, whatever is the name of the person. I saw that your email is, and then you can also personalize by email. Whatever information this JSON payload is giving you, you can take that, capture that, and then use it while personalizing your messages. How cool is this? Now to use this, you usually need a third-party software like Zapier, Pabbly, or Make.com, N8N. These are the most popular workflow automation softwares, but WhatChimp allows you to eliminate them when you have something as simple as, you know, capturing a webhook and then performing an action, which is to send a message, right? Now, I'm not saying that it is completely eliminating the use of Zapier and Pabbly, because we do have a native integration with Zapier and Pabbly when you want to perform some of the complex automations. But something as simple as when an event happens and send a message can easily be taken care by WhatsApp webhook inbound workflow, right? But when you want to go complex and want to perform something very complicated, either you need a developer who can build an automation using WhatChimp API, or you can use our native integration with Pabbly or Zapier. But we are not discussing that. We are going to keep it very, very simple for you. And for the 70% of the audience, they don't need a complex workflow. They just want to send a message whenever an event happens. Now, the only prerequisite from your end is that your system, whatever software that you're using right now, should support outgoing webhook. If it doesn't, then we cannot help you. So if your software, CRM, booking platform, whatever it is, supports the outgoing webhook, you can go ahead and easily connect it with WhatChimp. The alternative of that, if it doesn't support outgoing webhook, is you need to use something called as Pabbly, Zapier, or any other platform like that. Okay, that's it. Now let's just go ahead and do that in real action. So to create a new webhook inbound workflow, what I need to do is click on this create button, which is going to take me here, and I'm going to name it as book demo. Now I'm going to use a number, which is this one, WhatChimp by Gromi Organic, and then I'm going to choose a message template. So let me show you the message template which I've already created, but you can always go ahead and create a new message template. Since I already have that, I'm not going to create it from scratch. So I've already created a message template which was to send a demo confirmation message, right? This is my message template. Your WhatChimp demo is booked, and what I'm sending is, this is the date. So I'm sending them the booking date and the meeting link as well, along with the message, right? So you need to create these template variables. What you see over here are template variables, and I've already covered about what is template variables. It's pretty easy to create a template variable. If you want to create a template variable, all you need to do is in your message templates, scroll to the bottom and click on create, and this is where you will be able to create template variables, right? So first what I did is I created the template variable, refreshed the page, and then you click on create general template, and this is where you're gonna write the message. For example, hi, name, right? And then you can send demo link, right? And this is where you can use the demo meeting link, right? So that's how you can personalize the message. Now I'm not going to do it because I already have one. I already have a template which I created. So all I need to do is go back and pick the template. So let me just search for it. It is demo booking confirmation. Yes. So that's the template we are looking at. Now what I need to do is click on create workflow. Now this throws a webhook callback URL, which I just told you over here, right? So if you see over here, this is the WhatChimp webhook endpoint URL, right? So this we need it, and we have to give this URL to whatever platform that I'm using right now. So if I'm using a CRM, I need to provide this URL to the CRM. If I'm using a calendar booking platform, then I need to provide this URL to the calendar booking platform. So since I'm using a calendar booking platform known as cal.com, and it's a self-hosted version of cal.com, I'm going to be using that. So if I'm using cal.com, what I need to do is I need to go inside of my events. Now again, this is only about cal.com, but this is pretty much similar to any other application that exists today, right? If your platform have outgoing webhooks, it is exactly the same what you need to do here. So you can see there's a booking page, and in this booking page, what I need to do is I need to create a webhook, right? Exactly like this, your platform, no matter what CRM you're using, what calendar booking platform you're using, if they support outgoing webhooks, you can create a new webhook exactly like this, right? So how it works is you have to choose the event and you have to give the endpoint URL. So do we already have the endpoint URL? Yes, this is the endpoint URL that we got. So I can just click on the copy button and go back, paste the URL over here. The event that I want to select is booking created, right? So when a booking is created, I want to fire this webhook, right? So we have everything done. Now what we need to do is we have to capture the webhook response so that when we get the booking details, we can map the right value with the template variables, because template variables is asking for, hey, where is the date? Where is the meeting link, right? Tell me that so that I can find it next time whenever somebody books a demo. So I need to click on capture webhook response, and then I need to go ahead and make an actual booking over here. So for me to not reveal my personal number, I'm going to just blur this, and then I'm going to make a booking. So let me just pause the video and make a booking. Alright, so as you can see over here on my calendar page, I've blurred my phone number, and I'm just going to click on the confirm so that I can book the demo. Alright, so I have booked the demo. Now if I go back to my platform, it should capture the response in some time. So let's just wait, allow it to capture the response, and as soon as it captures the response, you can see response mapping has came. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video once again. I'm going to blur my phone number in the response header. So let me just do that quickly. Alright, so as you can see, now it's asking me to map the JSON, the payload that we have received, with the responses. So what I mean is, if you can see over here, we have received this booking detail, right? We received this booking detail, and what we are trying to do is we are trying to map the details that we have received from cal.com with the message template, because what cal.com gave us is a lot of information. It gave us the name, email, session ID, created at, but we don't need all of that information. So what we need to do is we need to take that webhook JSON payload and map the right value with the template variable so that we can send personalized message to our customers. So that's what we are trying to do. If I go back, you can see I've already mapped my phone number and I've blurred it so that nobody can see my personal number. This is where we need to give the name, booking date, and meeting link. So if I need to find a name, what I need to do is search for name. So you can see this is the name I have mapped with the name. If I want to do with the date, I can do this. So let me just find where's the date. You can see this is let me find out. Okay, I think it should be start at, yes, start time. So this is the booking date. This is where the meeting is going to start, and then the meeting link. So meeting link I need to find over here. I think it's the location. Yep. So this is the location, right? So you can see the things that we had to map right now was the phone number, the name of the person, the booking dates, the meeting links, and that's it, right? So once you map that, what you can do is you can go here. Let me just delete this and click on save workflow, and that's it. That's all you had to do, right? Now when somebody books a meeting with you, you will be able to send an automated message to the customer. So let me first show you whether the webhook workflow has been created or not. So if I show you this, you can see whenever somebody books a demo, I've created a new workflow, right? And we will be able to send a message to the person. So now the only thing I have to do is I need to make a booking again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video because I need to put my number again, and I'm going to make a booking. All right, so let me just pause the video. All right, perfect. So what I did is I went ahead and made another booking. I think I don't need to show that again because you already saw how to make a booking. So I already scheduled a new meeting right now at 1 p.m. Earlier it was at 11 a.m. Now I've booked at 1 p.m. And the moment I did that, I got a message on WhatsApp, and this is today, you can see, and it says WhatChimp demo confirmed. Hi. Now the name of the person, demo is booked, date, location. I don't want to reveal the location, so I've hidden it, but you can see over here, right? That's how it works. So this is how you can send message whenever any action or any event happens inside your platform. All you need to do is use this webhook workflow, connect it with your platform, and send whatever message you want to send. I hope you find this helpful. If you have any question, drop it down in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.